ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् यदविद्याविलासेन भूतभौतिकसृष्टया तं नौमि परमात्मानं सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहम्. Okay, so last time we saw how non-apprehension can't be replaced by perception. Okay. Any questions or clarifications on that? Because today we have a very interesting argument. So I am going to mute everybody, so in case so, one more person is joining in. So there are no questions or clarifications, we'll go ahead, okay? Yeah.
So, Swamiji, just Pranam Swamiji, Karthik here. Last time I had inquired about this, Swamiji, where if I recollect something, and there is an anupalapti, like for example, if tomorrow I recollect the fact that Nirmala was not in class yesterday, you had mentioned that it is a
memory.
Smriti of an Anupalapti. It's a Smriti of an Anupalapti. But at that point in time yesterday, when I was looking at it, it doesn't feel as if I was gathering that knowledge actively, right?
So when you are gathering the knowledge, Nirmala is not there. Like today she is not there. So that is Anupalapti.
Correct.
Now tomorrow if you are remembering it, it is Smriti. Because the knowledge is already in you, no?
Yes, Swamiji. So suppose, let us say I am not doing the act consciously. Like right now in the class, I am not, really consciously seeing if Nirmala is there or not. And tomorrow, if somebody asks me the question, was Nirmala there yesterday?
Then it is direct knowledge, Anupalabdhi. Backwards word.
But I am recollecting the classroom setting and then saying,
exactly.
Nirmala was not.
You are recollecting a classroom setting and looking at that picture in your mind and saying Nirmala is not there. So it's the same thing like looking at here and saying is not there. It's like looking at a photograph and saying she is not there.
Correct, Swamiji. But what I am looking at is a smriti at that point. I am recollecting. Okay.
So the smriti is an object of your perception.
Correct.
Therefore, the smriti can become an object of anupalabdhi also.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Yogita is there, na?
Yes.
Yogita is there.
Yeah. So that becomes a smriti of an anupalabdhi of a smriti.
Exactly.
Anupalabdhi of a smriti.
Anupalabdhi by using your smriti.
By using smriti. Okay, thank you.
Good, people are thinking. Then, going forward. He is bringing in adhyasa into the argument. Erroneous knowledge into the argument. Now let us look at it. Nanu anupalabdhi rupama manantara apeksha abhava pratiti. An abhava pratiti, recognizing something is not there, by anupalabdhi, pratyakshatve gatavati, gata abhava brahmasyapi pratyakshatvapato tatrapi anarvichiniya gata bhava abhigamayet. Okay, he's saying there is a gata, a pot on this table. Okay. Okay, before that, just to clarify it. When I see a snake on the rope, that snake is anirvachaniyam. Sat asadbhyam anirvachaniyam. And avidya or maya is responsible for that. This much is clear for everyone, right? No doubt on it. I'm just recollecting it, reminding all of it. Now he says, on this table there is a pot. But I have a mistaken notion, pot is not there. I'm seeing and saying, pot is not there. So that gata abhava that I have seen is by anupalabdhi. It may be an error, but it is by anupalabdhi. That is his argument. He says, gata abhava brahmasyapi pratyakshatva apattau tatrapi anirvichaniya gata abhava ubhikam. That means you will have to say what? And anirvachaniya gata abhava has been created by your avidya. Snake is created on the rope, anirvachaniya snake is created. Gata abhava is created because gata is there, but you are saying it is not there by anupalabdhi pramanam, a mistaken notion. If your eyes can make a mistake and mistake the rope which is there as a snake, then you can mistake the pot that is not there as not there. And if you are mistaking it as not there, it is not that you are not seeing it. Remember this, the example is like this. It is not that you are not seeing. If you are not seeing, that there is no abhava pratiti. But you are seeing it and saying it is not there. Meaning, anupalabdhi pramanena, you have said gata abhava asti. There is a mistaken notion. It is like looking somewhere and not seeing something. No? Are the keys in the cupboard, in the drawer? I open the no, nahi hai. It's there, but I say not there. Has this happened to all of us or not happened? Yeah. Looking for a pen, looking for the keys, right in front, not there. Therefore he says, anirvachaniya gata abhava asti. Let it be. Let it be, okay. Let it be, you are in problems then. Why? If you say let it be, you are in a mess. He says, nacha ishtapatti. You can't say you like it. Why? Tasya maya upadanakatve abhavatva anupapatti. Because maya upadanam, avidya upadanam is responsible for gata bhava in this case. That means maya becomes upadanam for it. So क्या हो गया? Let maya be upadanam. Then you will say abhava kinchit bhavam asti. Abhava, now gata abhava is a product of maya. Therefore, it should be valid like this. Valid like this. Valid like your snake which you saw on the rope, because of which you picked up a stick or you are ready to run. With no validity, you will have to give that gata bhava. Because maya upadanam. If you say no, it's not maya upadanam, then again, maya upadanakatva abhave. If you are saying it, no, it is not maya upadanam, then maya safala karya upadana anupatyati ched. Then you will have a problem that maya is not responsible for creating everything. Why? In this case, that gata bhava was not created by maya. If you say it was created by maya, you have a problem. that kinchit bhavam asti. If he says not created by Maya, then Maya is not responsible for creating everything. Therefore, there may be many more things that is left out. Something else is responsible. Are you getting the Purva Paksha clearly? Is the Purva Paksha clear? If it is not clear, tell me.
Not completely. Sorry.
Not completely clear. Okay, I will repeat it.
Not clear.
I will repeat the whole thing. The example is simple. What is there is rope. You are seeing snake. That snake is a creation of Maya or Avidya. Therefore, kinchit bhavam asti sat asadbhyam anirvachaniyam. Sat asadbhyam anirvachaniyam means what? You can't categorize it. It is there, like the rope. You can't say it is not there, because you are seeing it. Therefore, some sort of in-between existence you have to grant it. Is this much clear? Okay? Some sort of in-between existence you are granting it. Okay? If you are granting that in-between existence for the snake, then you are making a mistake with the pot. On the table there is a pot. But you are looking and think pot is not there. Now don't ask me how can you see it. You can. We have always, in our life, there are plenty of occasions where we have missed what is there right in front of our eyes. The keys that you are searching for in the drawer. Nahi hai? Then you looked in 3-4 other places, came back and looked at the drawer. Idhar hi. There are examples like this. So, similarly, he is saying Gata Bhava. So now you are having an adhyasa of Gata Bhava on the Gata. Like how you had the adhyasa of the snake on the rope, you are having an adhyasa of Gata Bhava on Gata. This is argument. If you accept that, then you will have to say that Gata Bhava is Avidya Karyam, Maya Karyam. And if that is Maya Karyam, then you will have to say Kinchit Bhavam Asti. That Gata Bhava exists. You have to say Gata Bhava exists. That means Abhava will become a Padartha, like in Tarka. Vedanta doesn't accept that. No. Therefore you say, no, it is not Maya Karya. The Gata Bhava Pratiti is not because of Maya. Then you are in a bigger suit. Because Maya is not responsible for everything. Because Gata Bhava is there or not there? You see in it. No? Anupalabdhi Pramanena you establish Gata Bhava. And an established Gata Bhava you are saying is not Maya Karyam. Then tomorrow I can say an established book by Pratyaksham is also not Maya Karyam. No, this is Maya Karyam, that is not Maya Karyam. That means you are saying in the creation there are things which are produced by Maya and things not produced by Maya. Ye kya baat hai? Then you will have to look for other causes. That is why we postulate half a dozen causes. Tarkika coming into the picture. Dravya, Guna, etc. we are postulating because of this. Your Maya cannot be responsible for everything. Are you seeing the Purva Paksha? In both, there are two aspects to it. In both, you are in a problem. Clear now? Not clear, still ask. Because if the Purva Paksha is not clear, you will wonder what I am answering. And if it is not clear, now tell me what aspect is not clear. I'll clarify that.
Swamiji, how do we say we are seeing the ghata abhava on the ghata when we are not seeing the ghata? You mentioned that we are seeing the ghata abhava on the ghata.
Yeah, because look at it. Where will ghata abhava be? Where the ghata is supposed to be, na? On the table there was supposed to be a ghata, not there in real life, not there, not mistake. So I am saying ghata abhava, where the ghata was supposed to be. Where is Nirmala? Where she was supposed to be on the screen, not there. So ghata abhava will have to be on the ghata only. Where else will it be? Because here the ghata is there. Remember, under normal conditions, you will say ghata abhava is on the top of the table. But here the ghata is there on the table and you are not seeing it. And you are saying it is not there.
Yes, Swamiji. Where my confusion lies is, isn't that an upadhi?
No. He is not presenting it as upadhi, he is presenting it as a Brahma. Because it's a Brahma, no? Light, everything is there. Like when you open the drawer for the key, everything is there, light, this, that, everything is for whatever psychological reason, anxiety, etc., you miss seeing it. And you said it is not there. So where is the absence of the key? Where the key is supposed to be. And there the key is there. But you are saying it is not there. Therefore that is Brahma. Brahma is Maya Karyam. If you say Brahma is Maya Karyam, Kinchit Bhavam Asti, it has to have some existence. If you say it is not Maya Karyam, then there are things in the world not produced by Maya. Gadavada both ways. This Vedanta and all is speculation. Let us be scientific. Follow Nyaya Vaisheshika, the science of that time.
Swamiji, but it has some existence, right? I can't see it, but the existence is there, no, of the abhava.
ये तो और ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, ये गड़बड़ हो जाएगा, more. You are saying abhava is always there, you are saying. That means you are accepting abhava as one of the padarthas.
Then existence becomes a padartha.
Then you will have to say, you will have to make place for pot and you will have to make place for pot abhava also. So my screen will have to be double the size. Why? Because there will have to be a place for all your presence and all your absence also. Good argument, na? Acha argument. That's why Purva Paksha should be clear. Answer I will clarify. Very easy. But the answer will be clear only if the Purva Paksha is clear. So if the Purva Paksha is not clear, let me know.
Swamiji,
Yeah?
the very fact that we are saying pot is not there, that pot, we are not saying anything else.
Exactly.
We are saying pot is not there. So, Kinchit Bhava will be there.
Because
right?
we are saying pot is not there when the pot is there.
Yes.
That is the question. So Kinchit Bhavam you will have to admit it.
Yeah, so if we are admitting Kinchit Bhava because we are searching for pot
Exactly.
abhava.
You are looking for pot and then saying pot abhava.
Right.
That means Kinchit Bhavam. Now if you admit Kinchit Bhavam, then you will have to say Abhava has got Bhavam. Now you see how Vedanta Paribhasa refines understanding. Don't think of how to answer it. Answer he is giving it. So we'll come to it. Think, understand the Purva Paksha. Either way, it is not possible. That's what he is saying. Repeat in summing up. Ghata is there on the table and you are saying it is not there. You missed it. Therefore, Gata bhava is superimposed on the gata. Therefore, if gata bhava is a product of avidya maya, it should have kinchit bhava. If you say it is not a product of maya, you will have to accept the fact that there are things in the creation which is not maya karyam. Therefore, maya doesn't become jagat karanam. Either you will have to junk kinchit bhava or you will have to junk your maya.
So,
And one of the two things you will have to junk. You choose what you want to junk. In martial art, this will be called the crescent formation that I talked in yesterday evening Gita class. Pincer movement in modern. Horns of the bull in African martial arts. Yeah. Chandrakala. Not the Chandrakala, the sweet that you eat, okay? This is martial formation. The formation of the Kaurava army on the first day.
Swamiji, where my confusion still lies is that from my perspective, because I made the error, I didn't have that that vritti vyapti, phala vyapti of the ghata to begin with. So then to say that
One second. In all errors, vritti vyapti, phala vyapti is there. Any error, only error is the object outside was rope, vritti inside was snake. That's the only difference. Vritti vyapti, phala vyapti is there. Otherwise, you can't make a mistake.
In Abhava, how do we explain the same thing?
Now you are looking for the answer to that. That I will come. First, I want to be very sure that everyone has understood the Purva Paksha. And be careful when you say you understood, okay? Because I don't want to raise it to the next level. That is Siddhanta Lesha, Sangraha. Can't raise it to another level. But at this level, this much should be clear. Is that clear? Because all adhyasa has kinchit bhava. He is relying on that argument and saying this is also an adhyasa. Purva Paksha clear hai? Okay. All right. Then he says, nah, that's not true. Vedantin's answer, okay? Nah. Gatavati, Gata abhava brahma, nat kalotpanna Gata abhava vishekaha. He says, Gata abhava pratiti, that happens when the Gata is there, is not tat kala utpanna Gata abhava visheka. It is not, okay? Someone has said something, what? Miss seeing the pot due to mistake or not through concentration, like mind thinking something else. Okay, that is one, this thing. It's a very inconclusive argument. Okay? Now look at it. He's saying, there is no abhava produced there by Maya Shakti. Why? He says because Maya cannot be, because abhava cannot be produced. You can produce something, you cannot produce nothing. No? Look at it. You can say your output is nothing. That means what? There is no output. Can you say you are producing nothing? That's a colloquial term used, but it's not precise term. Correct or not? Your factory is running, but there is no production happening. Now why are you running the factory? Close it down. At least switch off the machines. You will save electricity. Are you getting the idea? Then what is it? How are you seeing that Gata Bhava? Kintu Bhutala Rupado Vidyamane Laukika Gata Bhava Bhutale Aropyate Itya Iti Anyatha Khyati Eva. What is it? Rupadav, he is given an example. Rupa meaning in color. Rupa and Tarka is color, not form. He is using Tarkika argument to refute the Tarkika argument. In color, is there a pot? No, because color is color. Okay. So, in book, is there a pot? It is called Anyonya Bhava, na? Pustake Gata Nasti, Gate Pustaka Nasti. This is natural or not natural? Therefore, he is saying the Swabhavika Bhutala Rupado Vidyamane Laukika Gata Bhava. You mean every table or Bhutala here, floor, will have a pot on it? Or in the Bhutala is an object. The tabletop is an object, na? So the tabletop and Gata, there is mutual abhava because they are two separate entities. So he is saying the natural abhava that is there between the pot and the table, you mistook one for the other. Anyata khyati. To mistake one for the other. Not to produce anirvachanaya khyati. You just mistook this to be that, that to be this. Like somebody walked into your room. Hey, you're Karthik. No, Baba, I'm not Karthik, I'm Parthik. Pratik. I'm not Karthik, I'm Pratik. So you mean to say Anirvachanaya Karthik was produced there? Or I just mistook two people. It is not like rope snake. Similarly, there is a natural absence of pot and table. In table there is no pot, in pot there is no table naturally. Now you have to place the table on top of the pot to say it is there. So the natural mutual exclusiveness, I mistook it here. Anyata khyati it is called. To mistake something for something else. Between two existing things to make a mistake is called Anyata khyati. Whereas Anirvachanaya khyati is on one existing thing you are superimposing another, which is not there. When you are seeing the snake and rope, understand this clearly. When you are seeing the snake on the rope, a snake which is not there is mistaken on the rope. Whereas two things are kept and you are mistaking one for the other, it is Anyata khyati because both are existing things. A mistake like that is both two existing things. Let us say two types of millets are kept here. One is your foxtail millet and one is some other pearl millet is kept. You mistake one for the other. Is a new millet produced there? Now, mistaking two millets, one for the other, is it the same like mistaking a rope for a snake? Snake is not there, you have imposed it. Here, both the millets are there, you have mistaken one for the other, that's all.
So, Swamiji, there is no superimposition, no?
Exactly. It is called, that's why it's called Anyata khyati. Where there is no superimposition, it is Anyata khyati. Where there is superimposition, you will say it is Anirvachanaya khyati. Brahma Sutra Adhyasa Bhashya.
We have done this in Tarka, no? When the person
Tarka में भी किया है, अध्यास भाषा में भी किया है.
वो make that the shell and the silver is the same thing we are talking about here?
What is that?
The shell and the silver.
No, there that shell and silver is anirvachana khyati, because the silver that is not presented, that's not present here, you are seeing on the shell. Therefore, that is anirvachana khyati. The Tarkika argues it is anyata khyati. He is saying it's two mistaken perception. The shell in front of you and the silver in your cupboard. That is not acceptable, because you are producing you are superimposing a silver here. Whereas between these two types of millets that you have kept here, it is mistaken one for the other, that's all. Anyata khyati. Similarly, in the table and the pot are two existent things. So in the table there is natural absence of pot. That you mistook here. The natural absence of pot you mistook for the pot. So it's purely anyata khyati.
Swamiji,
Yeah. Yeah?
Swamiji, I have a question. So when you say the natural absence,
Yeah.
right?
Mutual exclusiveness.
Huh, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, then it is clear. Mutually exclusive. Some people have no sense. They know I am in a class. I have given them the class timing, still they are calling me. And they are not even present here because they are struggling to get in. I don't know where sometimes the self-awareness goes, or awareness of what's happening around goes. Yeah. I mean, just before the class, someone called me. That person is not connected with the class or anything else. Okay, it's one of the acquaintances that is there. That's a different thing. Anyway, इन लोग सबको मोक्षा तक लेके जाना है महाराज जी, बहुत बड़ा काम. This is Rishikesh talk, okay? क्या करेगा? Okay. Therefore, लौकिक घटाभाव भूतले आरोप्यते इति अन्यथा ख्याति एव. Okay. आरोप्यस्य निखिल निष्कर्षस्थले सर्वथा अन्यथा ख्याति एव vyavasthapana. He says when there is no aropa, without an aropa, if you are going to look at things, mistaking one for the other, that much of mistake is there. It is only anyata khyati, that much is accepted even in Vedanta. You mistook two things, one for the other, because both are existing. Meaning, present it is existing, not somewhere else in Timbuktu. Not the snake in the forest. The snake was seen here, then it's a superimposition. Not the silver in your cupboard. Silver here. If there is a piece of shell and a piece of silver both kept here, and you mistake one for the other, anyata khyati. Because both are present here. Both are present here. Yeah. Is this clear or not clear?
Swamiji,
Yeah.
what if we say that that kinchit bhavam asti, because for that time being there was a bhava of the pot on the table. So that kinchit bhavam asti, if we say,
If you say kinchit bhavam asti, then you are giving reality to that abhava of gata. You have to say it has got the same validity, gata abhava has the same validity as your snake or anything else. That's why I said on my screen I have to make a place for you and your abhava, everyone. They become crazy. Abhava doesn't have existence. What doesn't exist is called abhava. No? And we also said there is nothing like previously. There is nothing like pure abhava. We have said that. All Vedanta have been highlighting that there is nothing like pure abhava. When you say abhava, it will always be combinations.
So, Swamiji, can I ask a question?
Yeah, shoot.
So then when on the table there is a pot, but I'm not seeing it, though it's there. So can I say that it is superimposition of abhava on the pot and therefore kinchit bhava masti?
That's exactly what we are
Because
refuting.
it's a superimposition.
That's
Yes.
exactly what we are refuted now.
Yeah.
By saying the mutual exclusiveness is being mistaken one for the other. It is not superimposition of a non-existent abhava. It is a superimposition of the exclusiveness that is there between pot and table.
But I somehow agree more with
It's a bit technical,
Karthika's
yes,
over here
yes.
because it sounds more
Don't
logical.
use your vyavaharika arguments here. Laukika arguments will not work here. It's technical.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sarvatra anyatha khyati. I say when you are mistaking two things, both are present right here, both are existing here, it is anyatha khyati. Okay. Now, this is taking the battle into enemy's camp now. Up to now he has answered using Tarkika arguments. Now he is taking it a step further. Okay. Astu va pratiyogitam iti tad abhava bhramar stale tad abhavasya anirvachaniyatvam tathapi tat upadanam mayeva. Says astu, let it be. Let us say that there is a superimposition of anirvachiniya gata bhava, which he had negated in the previous para. Let us say it is anirvachiniya. See the shifting standpoint, please. Don't ask me a question based on that now. Okay. The shifting standpoint he has done is let it be. Let us say that it is an anirvachiniya gata bhava is produced on the gata. Are you getting the argument? This is why I say we should always have a live class, not an online class at higher techs. Are you seeing now why? At least sometime everyone should be present in a offline class. If you can't do it as part of a regular class, at least come for a camp or something and have an immersive experience. People in Bombay have no excuse not to come for an offline class once a month. People who are not in town, I can understand that. But most of the people who are not in town, almost everyone, interacts with me one-to-one in some place or the other. Except one or two people. Okay? It's important. Even with that, people are struggling here. Yeah, people are struggling here. Yeah. Now, look at it. Previously, he had said it is not superimposition of gata bhava. It is not anirvachaniyam. You are not creating that gata bhava. Here, now, in the next argument, he says, let us take it that gata bhava is created. Now the difference is clear? Not clear? If it's not clear, tell me. By Anupalabdhi Pramana, Gata Bhava was seen by you or not seen by you? It was seen. The question is, what is the nature of the Gata Bhava? Previous argument, he said the mutual exclusiveness was superimposed, therefore Anita Khyati. Correct? In the answer. Now in the answer, he is saying, let us assume it is Anirvachane Khyati. Anirvachane Khyati means what? You are actually creating Gata Bhava. Mind is projecting Gata Bhava on Gata. It is not the mutual exclusiveness now. Now you are actually projecting. In this argument, we are assuming that you are actually projecting Gata Bhava on the Gata. Clear? If any of you, I know one or two people in Bombay are not clear about this, meet me one-on-one and clarify it. Okay? Because I repeated it 3 times, it is not going to get any clearer by any more repetition online. So meet me one-on-one. Okay. Because the people who feel it is not clear are all Bombay based. I know that. So meet me one-on-one and clarify it. Okay. अथवा प्रतियोगित्वं भूत है. Okay. Tatapi tad upadana maya. Then also you will have to say upadanam is maya. You can't say upadanam is something else. Why? Anything that is projected, maya is responsible. Maya is responsible for all creation. But then you will have to give it some existence. देवदरे होता है. नहीं उपादान उपादेयोः अत्यंत सजात्यम. Between the upadana and the upadeya, between the material cause and what is projected, what is created, there is no rule that it has to be of the same degree of reality. Does the cloth and the kurta have same degree of reality?
No.
People who have a doubt, does the cloth and the kurta have same degree of reality? Yes or no?
No.
कुर्ता इज मिथ्या, क्लॉथ इज सत्यम ना. अभी ये भी डाउट है तो join the Gita class. Yeah, I mean, if this doubt means you have to start with basics and strengthen your basics. That's what it means. Okay. Okay. Tad. Okay. Now he is giving an example. Tantu patayoho api. Okay. Tantu patayoho api tantutva patatvadinam vaijatiyatvad. Between the tantu and the pataha, there is vaijatiyam, difference. Because the cloth has got greater reality than the kurta. The threads have greater reality than the cloth. Cloth is nothing but an arrangement of threads. The kurta is nothing but an arrangement of cloth. Therefore, it doesn't have, cause effect does not always have the same degree of reality. In fact, it never has the same degree of reality. Vaijatiyam is always there. Therefore, yat kinchit sajatasya maya anirvachaniya gata bhavakasya cha mityatva dharmasya vidyamanatvat. Therefore, he is saying what? Yat kinchit asti maya, yat kinchit bhavam asti, satasatbhyam anirvachaniyam. That which cannot be said as sat or asat, that is maya. Itna clear hai? From that you produce the gata bhava. So if there has to be vaijatiyam, like here, vaijatiyam means what?
Difference.
Different jati, different class of exit. Don't say kshatriya, brahmana, etc. Vaijat jati pada aata udhar hi jata hai man. Okay. Different class. Then kinchit bhavam asti is maya. From that maya you produced a gata bhava. This has got kinchit bhava. And the effect is always lesser. So from kinchit bhavam it is lesser, what will happen? Bhava, not there. Look at it. The kurta has lesser reality than the cloth. Kurta is effect, cloth is cause. Now, maya has some degree of reality, kinchit bhava. From that, if you are producing an abhava, what type of reality will that abhava have? No reality. Na bhavo vidyate sataha. Abhava se sataha na vidyate. Gitayam. That's why I said go back to Gita and clarify. Now you say why I said it is not a derogatory statement. It was not a put down statement. It was a statement saying clarify. Na bhavo vidyate sataha. Na sato vidyate bhava. Asataha bhava na vidyate. Non-existent cannot come into existence. And from bhava you can't get non-existence. Are you getting it? So that those verses have to be very clear. Because these arguments are based on those verses. Yeah, the reality is there. वो तो माल उधर है, माल उधर है, और ये क्या है? ये तो कमाल है. ओके ओके, तो माल नहीं रहेगा तो कमाल भी नहीं रहेगा ना.
Swamiji,
Yeah,
can I just request you to repeat the whole thing?
yeah,
with me?
yeah. Now look at it. He's saying the whole argument was, let us assume it is Anirvachana Khyati first. That means you are producing a mithya, producing a Anirvachaniya Gata Bhava on Gata, because you are saying Gata Bhava is there. Gata is not there. Gata is not there, meaning he is saying Gata Bhava is there. Tarkika language. So he says, okay, let us assume it is Anirvachaniya. Then he is saying cause and effect are two different jatis. Cloth, kurta. The cloth which is a cause has a greater reality than kurta. It's always so Maya, which is itself Anirvachaniyam, in between existence, is producing a pot. Pot abhava. Maya, which itself is in between existence, is producing Gata abhava. What will be the reality of Gata abhava? Lesser than Kinchit bhava masti. If it is lesser than Kinchit abhava, it will be abhava only. So how are you saying anything is produced? Nothing is produced. Even if you take it as superimposition. That's why I said this is a proud argument. You are accepting what the opponent is saying and dismissing it. So even then your argument will not work. Vedantins are good at counter punching, you know. This is counter punching that character's punches. Okay, punch, I'll counter punch you. Your punch is ineffectual. That's how it is. Okay. Vaidyatyat kinchit maya anirvachaniya gata bhavasya cha mithyatva dharmasya vidyamanatva. Therefore, that Gata Bhava is even more mithya. It is mithya's mithya. Maya is mithya, and then from that mithya you are creating another mithya. So it becomes mithya's mithya. Okay. Kya bhava are you talking about? Abhava is there, abhava is there. किधर से बोल रहा है सब? Then he says, अन्यथा व्यवहारिक घटाभावं प्रति कथम माया उपादानत्वमिति Kutaha na ashankita. Why did you not have this doubt? You say, why did you not have this doubt with the vyavaharika, functional gata bhava? On my book, is there a gata? No. This gata bhava is functionally valid, no? Because I can't flip it. If I have to flip it, I have to hold the pot. That I am not doing that. So why did you not have this doubt between the functional Gata Bhava, whether it is Maya Karyam or not? Should have had the doubt there also, no? You are having the doubt whether it is Maya Karyam for a non-functional Gata Bhava. Why non-functional? Because Gata is there and you are saying Gata is not there. So that's non-functional. Here Gata Bhava is functional. Why? Because I can flip it, I can put it on. I don't have to bother about the pot falling. Hold it. Gata Bhava is falling, hold it. Or it'll fall on your knees and hurt it. If you should have asked that question there, how is that Maya Karyam? How Maya Karyam is producing, how Maya is producing a functional Gata Bhava? Because Maya has produced everything. No? The whole creation is produced by Maya. So why did you not have this doubt between the functional absence of pot? How that can be a product of Maya? Should I have that doubt there itself? Then you can say idhar bhi aisa doubt hai. Okay. Why? Mityatva dharmasya vidyamanatva. Okay. Now he still has a doubt. The Purvapakshi. Na vijatiyohor api upadana upedeya bhave brahmaeva jagad upadanam syaditi vachyam. Don't forget basics. He is saying the same thing. He says wherever upadanam is what? Material cause. Okay. Therefore, wherever upadana upadeya vachyam syaditi vachyam, whenever he is saying there is a material cause, kurta and cloth or anything else in the world, he says brahmaeva jagat upadanam syaditi vachyam. The final upadanam is what? Brahman. How do you say that? What is the reality of the book? My old argument doesn't go always useful. That's why I've been sticking to the same argument. Any object in the world resolves into formless existence. That formless existence is Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is the final upadana karanam for the whole Jagat.
Swamiji, we use Brahman as a word or then we use Ishwar as a word?
It doesn't matter. Formless existence is Brahman, Satyam, Anantam Satyam. क्या लैंग्वेज बदल गया तो रियलिटी बदल जाएगा क्या? Then I'll have to teach only in Sanskrit, okay? In reaching in English इतना trouble होता है. If I try speaking only in Sanskrit, what will happen? It's easy to teach in Sanskrit, actually speaking. Why? Words are already there, na? I just have to go by definitions and say pat karke. Okay. Therefore, he says, okay, upadanam syaditi vachyam. Prapancha vibhrama adhishtanatva se rupam tasya ishtatva. Therefore, if there is a Brahma in the creation, whole creation itself is a Brahma, will be what? Upadana will be what? Brahman only. Tadeva ishtava. That alone has to be taken. It is desirable for us to take. Brahman is the basis for everything, including your erroneous conclusions. This is how Vedanta starts, no? I am this much only. This I am this much only, your ahankara is imposed on what? Hawa mein? Or on you? And who is that I? And Brahman. So, everything is imposed on Brahman. Ishtatva. Even though it's only a notion. I am this much is only a notion. Na? Ahankara is purely notional, your conceptual self. It's only a concept of who you are, not who you are.
So, Swamiji, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, can we understand this way and say that, really speaking, nothing is produced?
Don't jump into other. Don't go tangentially. Stick to what is there.
Okay.
Then after that you can go tangentially.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it will become total bhelpuri in your mind. Bhelpuri is good to eat, but Vedanta ka bhelpuri ka gadbad ho jayega. Stick to it and understand it exactly like that. If you understand it exactly like that, then nuances will be clear. If you don't understand it exactly like that and try to catch nuances, it will become mess. So don't try that. Okay. Therefore he says, Parinama Mithya Rupasya Upadanatasya Niravayasa Brahmanam Anupa. Then he says, Parinama Rupayo Upadanasasya. Whenever there is a parinama, what's the difference between parinama and vivarta? Back to basics. These terms I have used, I have explained. Those people who miss some of the text may miss it. What is the parinama? Give an example.
Milk to curd.
Milk to curds. There is a real change, a functionally valid change happening. What is a vivarta? In the example, it will be rope snake, isn't it? No change.
in matter.
Okay. Therefore, if you are defining parinama, what will be? Parinama will be Swarupa Parityagena Rupantarapattihi. Giving up your Swarupa, taking another form. Milk, given up the Swarupa is milk, becoming curds. Vivarta will be Swarupa Apparityagena. Without giving up your nature, taking the form of something else. The rope has not given up its nature as rope, but has become snake. This is called Vivarta. It's not something complex. Vedanta Sara, basic text, Vedanta Sara, introduction to Brahma Sutras. Vedanta Sara, it is there on the YouTube channel. Those who are having doubts about it, look at it and see where this Vivarta, Vikara, etc. has come. And listen to that. They'll clarify if you are not clear about it. Okay. Then he says, but a parinama is not applicable for Brahman. Why? How can the limitless undergo a change? All change is within time and space. If Brahman is free from time and space, it cannot undergo a change. So wherever there is change, what happens? Tatha prapanchasya parinami upadanam maya na Brahman. Therefore, Brahman becomes the base, the upadanam. What changes? Maya. So Maya is responsible for all the changes. Okay. Iti siddhante. Iti siddhanta. This is siddhanta. That for the whole cosmos, the whole multiverse, base is what? Brahman. Then what about all the changes that you are seeing? Maya Karyam. If it is Maya Karyam, there is no real change. Brahman continues as Brahman. That's why I can say Tattvamasi. And you can answer Aham Brahmasmi. How is it possible? Because change is not real. No change is real. Now you are making Parinama Vivarta change here. But really speaking, no change is real change. It only looks real depending on at what level you are going in. Surface level, molecular level, atomic level. What is the level you are going in? That's all. The level at which you are looking at it. There is no change is real. That's why the Upanishad says everything is the same. I also use that argument all the time. But here, for thoda, if your understanding is a bit struggling with it, take it as Vivarta and Parinama. Vivarta is Brahman, Upadanam doesn't change. On top of it, whatever changes is Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti बिना न कोई ब्रह्म दर्शन पावे. ऐसा भजन गाते हैं ना लोग? नहीं गाते हैं? माया शक्ति बिना न कोई ब्रह्म दर्शन पावे. Not familiar with this bhajan?
So I'm
राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई.
looks like you have to start a bhajan class.
I know. राधा शक्ति बिना न कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे. Same way, माया शक्ति बिना न कोई ब्रह्म दर्शन पावे. Krishna is Brahman, Radha is Maya. That's why he didn't marry her, didn't have to marry her. She was with them all the time. Okay, so that is for इति अलम अति प्रसंग है. He says, enough, ज़्यादा बात करने का जरूर नहीं है. Says enough. अति प्रसंग is going overboard with things, you know, arguing too much. नहीं है, सब इतना ही हो गया का. Any questions on this, or up to here it's clear? think it over. If there is any this thing, come back next class. I don't want to proceed. I am not in a. There is no time frame for finishing this text. Okay, you come back with your decision. Come back with your this thing. We'll clarify it. Then, remember in Tarka also we saw 4 types of non-existence, etc. Here also he brings it, but little bit more detail than what Tarka is. Arey, you are saying non-existence is not there, then why are you taking greater detail? Maya karyatva, you have to understand that. Yeah. Because if you don't understand that, then you will get into all these things. Gata bhava hai ke ye bhava hai. All this, we don't want you to get stuck in all this nonsense. Therefore, we are elaborating it a bit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. After that, how the pramana stands for it by itself. That is the next topic after that. After the classifying non-existent, he goes into the validity of a pramana. After that, smooth sailing. The next 2 chapters, ye maja. This is pure Vedanta. Subject matter of Vedanta, aim of Vedanta, etc. You know. There you can invite your other classmates who are not attending this class because they are afraid of all these arguments and pramana and all coming to the picture. You can go back and invite all of them to come, because this section is a very, very pleasant section, very nice section. Okay. Now the pramana is over, smooth sailing. Thoda, the language is still a bit technical, but the subject matter is easier. Okay. So we have seen how effective Anupalabdhi is. How much as a pramana it is necessary. How you can't ignore Anupalabdhi. Saying is perception. Okay. It becomes very valid. Okay. So more of it we'll see in the next class. Om Tat Sat. Good place to stop.